So I spied this comment from Marley. Basically, to create a city you can't leave. And that kind of got me thinking. How would that work? What would happen if citizens can only enter a city, but they can't exit? Will it function? Will it just burn to the ground? I don't exactly know. Because when you think of it on its face value, when you create a region, there is always a highway and there's already traffic coming in and out, going nowhere. So that really has sparked some interest just from that one comment. But hey guys, welcome back to the Cities Skylines experimental video where today we are literally going to build the city that you can't leave. I don't know how it's going to get down. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know what the end outcome is. It could just function like a normal city. But the question has been asked by Marley and your boy, Seniac, the #1 channel for the most pointless videos in Cities Skylines, is back again, boys. So yeah, if you do enjoy this, smash the like button down below. If you got any experiments you want to suggest, guys, leave them in the comment section too. I'll be doing a video on every single one of you guys' comments. If I haven't got around to just yet, I will get to it eventually, don't worry. But yes, this is just like every region we create. We get a highway. And in our case, this one right now has multiple highways. They go in many different ways and traffic is ultimately already coming in and out. So they have places to be, people to see, but what happens if we bring them in and never let them out again? That's what's going to be interesting. So I think first things first then, we actually go on to create a city. Now, if I create a little city, I'm going to do it like a nice little small one, keep it simple and basic, all that kind of jazz. I don't know how much kind of stuff I need for the traffic because it is literally right, they're not going to be able to exit, so I don't know how. That's another thing as well. Will it reduce the amount of traffic that we would normally see? I don't know. Well, that's 100 across, so if I go up to 50, which I can't really figure out where 50 is, there we go, that was easy enough. I'm just going to do it like a generic kind of cross route, if that makes sense. So that's already 10. So if I bring this out by 40, bring it out by 50 on this side because we haven't gone all the full way. Boom. And yeah, just kind of rock and roll with this. So this is the very basic layout of the city. We'll expand upon it just to try and get more residents in, because the more people we can get in, the more the experiment will come to life. But also, right, you know what I should do as well? I should also take a look at the highway and kind of get rid of the ability to people who are entering right now not have the ability to exit, if that makes any sense. Right, that would be actually quite interesting. So we'll do it on this because this can kind of satisfy every area. So if they're coming in, we keep the road. If they're exiting, they can't leave. Same on this side, they can come in, but they can't exit. Same on this side, they can come in, but they can't exit. So that literally changes it up right now. It will take a couple of minutes for the current vehicles to understand where they need to go to. But what we might see is vehicles use this. They might come up here, go round to go back down and out. Same over here. But we'll give it some time and we'll see how that affects things. We'll come back to that in just a moment. I'm actually quite interested to see what would happen at that point. Right, okay, so let's bring all these down. Boom, boom. Hold on, boom. Right, and this one again. Oh, no, there we go. Yes, perfection, boy. Right, that's kind of awkward how we don't go to the full extent over. But yeah, you kind of get the gist of it. We'll go through the middle and just to create, or make it very walkable, because I don't know if they're going to be using cars. I don't know how this is literally going to get down. It could be literally pointless, but it'll be quite interesting to find out what happens if they can't exit. That will be fairly interesting. Right, they seem to be driving into the abyss, into nowhere, so let's fast forward time a little bit. Again, to get, just get them running through. While time is speeding up, I'm going to place down just the waterworks so we can at least create this functional city before I set up our little, our way to get in here. I'm actually quite excited to see what's going to happen. Because I've never actually thought about, like, does the game rely on them entering and exiting? I don't know. Right, a water pump over there. Right, I'm still seeing vehicles moving along, so they're going somewhere. Oh, I just realised where they're going. I didn't delete it on this side, did I? No. So you are going to get that. Yeah, right, okay, I get it. Right, this is quite cool right now, because this is going to change everything. Right, we got water in then, so they're only exiting that way, because we've allowed them to exit that way. So they're still coming in. So as soon as I kill off, for example, that road there, and as time continues, there is then no need for anybody else to come in. So I delete that there, and we'll bring this highway road literally straight down. And that is the city now, guys, where you can enter, but you can never leave. This is like the beginning of a horror movie. Right, now look at the interchange right now. There is no vehicles whatsoever. So, like I said, they can't come in or exit. So now we've just killed off that, which is pretty interesting. We now get to build the city up. So let's do like this then. Let's place the residential. I can just paint all this. Let's place the residential around the outskirts. I'm going to pause it for a second before they start moving in. That's another thing. Will they move in knowing that there's no way to exit the city? Does it work like that? I don't know, boys. Right, let's get some commercial all here in the center. And we'll do a little section sticking out, which can be industrial. So I don't want to pollute them too much. So we'll do a nice little commercial, industrial section, sorry. Right, is that 100? That's 100 there. So let's quickly go for the middle. So they can now literally do work. So that's going to be quite cool. So let's get this all added in then. So industrial to the very end. Boom, boom, boom. Right, there we go. So that's all up and running. We do need power, and because we have unlimited money, I'm going to throw down a Tesla Gigafactory. Just because I can. That's the only reason why. So we're now into play mode. Things should start building pretty soon. And here they come right now. And do we get people moving into the area? So at the face value right now, nobody. Nobody just yet. So that's okay. That's okay. Right, I need to get the power touching over as well, don't I? Boom. Right, go to there. Just bring it up to there. Same for a bit of residential, just touching here. Just so we have the power. We have the power. And guess what? People are now moving in. They're coming in thick and fast right now. So they'll come from literally just two ways, like normal. But like I said, they can come in, but they can never leave. Now that is going to be definitely interesting. Right, we just need to sort out some of the basic stuff then. We need like a garbage plant, which I'll place on the very end over here. We'll drop down like hospitals and stuff like that as well, just to kind of give them everything that they need before I just ruin everything, because that is ultimately what is going to happen. There we go, a bunch of crematoriums, because they always cry out for those. Let's get a fire depot just there. Let's get a police station just here. And let's get a couple of schools down as well. So, you know, we can pretty much say that we have everything that they need. And the only reason that this city doesn't function is because they can't leave. That's the only excuse I want them to have at this point. And we just drop a university down as well. I'll put a university at the very end here. Right. That is everything there. Now, again, like I said, they cannot leave the city. So I don't know exactly how this is going to work. I don't know how it's going to work for imports. Well, imports be able to bring them in. I actually don't know how it's going to work for exports. How is that going to take place? How is that going to work? Well, right now, it's not going to work, is the answer. Right, I need everybody to get in. So if I pick the lane management out quickly right now. So that goes that way. That goes that way. That goes into those 3 lanes there. So they can sort their lanes out to where they need to be a lot sooner. I'm hoping that's what they can do. Because I feel like we're going to have quite a lot of this constant right now. Traffic on this road. Because people die and they can't exit. So there's going to be a continual flow of vehicles coming in. So if I can sort out the traffic flow before they get onto this road, then it's all good. So that one, oh, and then that goes to there, to there. And then we should get a nice constant flow coming in. Hopefully anyway. Damn, we're gonna have a lot of traffic. But that's the thing though, they can't leave. So vehicles come in and they just don't go anywhere. I mean, they might park on the side of the road and get out and walk about and stuff like that, but like literally, they can't really go anywhere, can they? That's going to be kind of interesting to see how that kind of comes together. But it's all happening right now. I don't know whether to get rid of traffic lights in certain roads to try and keep it flowing. I mean, it's not the best layout of the city ever. But it's a layout. Right, how much more is there coming? So it's kind of slowed down on that road. This road is still quite a bit of backlog, but it's all coming in. And then once the city is then continually rocking and rolling, and we'll see how it goes. I feel like it could be okay, but I don't know what the long-term effects on the city are going to be. Because they can produce all these goods, they just can't push them anywhere. So they might complain that there's not enough buyers for products. I mean, the commercial area here will only buy so much. But that's what I mean. It is very interesting, right? The unit school there was almost on fire. So the vehicles are coming in, and there we go. So the only vehicles that we have coming in right now is the 1 or 2 few people that move in later on down the road, and then obviously the trucks that are bringing the goods to the industrial area and vice versa. But nothing leaves the city. How interesting is that? Literally, at this point, nothing leaves the city. And it seems functional, doesn't it? It kind of seems functional. So do you see many people walking about? Because again, they cannot leave. So why don't we take it a step further then? Why don't we integrate a public transport system? And let's go for buses. Right, I'll drop a bus depot just over here for a second. And we'll do it like this. We'll have a stop there. We'll have a stop there. Stop here. Stop here. And see, now this is interesting. We'll have a stop there. And there. There. And there. And there. Now what I'll do as well, I'm trying to maximize the walking distance. So if I had a path that cut through. There we go. So at least they can get to the areas they need to get to. And I wonder how many people use the bus. Where did I put the bus route? By the looks of it, quite a few. So they can get about. Again, there's there we go. I'm starting to see a few issues. Not enough buyers for products now popping up. Oh, we got some sewage issues too. Right, I'm going to try and handle every issue they throw at us, except the ability to export. So that's the only reason they can complain that the city doesn't work. So the industrial is feeling the effect first of not being able to exit the city. Which again, very understandable. Do you know what I should do? Oh, I just realised something. Let me just pause for a second. I need to create the anarchy here to cross over the road. Because as it stands right now, they can't walk over. So it makes it kind of redundant, doesn't it? So if I just do it like that, they can then cross over the road. Which you should see them very soon do it. Well, some of them should do it anyway. Please, someone cross the road. Did I see it happen over here? Not everybody wants to cross the road. Oh, he crossed the road. I seen someone cross the road then for a second, guys. So it does work. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting then. Right, now we're getting issues with that there's not enough educated workers. That in itself is interesting, but then again, wow, we're getting a big bulk of vehicles come through. Oh my goodness me, we might have some like really heavy industrial traffic. Right, let me take a look at the transport line then. So we have 8 vehicles and the stops are pretty much overloaded. So I'll turn it to 18 vehicles right now on the streets, picking up the peeps. Where's the stop? The stop is just here. So that will continue to pick up people. Take them to where they need to get to. I'm seeing if it's putting dents in this. Some of these lines are already like filled up as well. So yeah, we should have a very strong bus route right now, but they seem to handle it fine right now in the industrial. They seem to have recovered from it. I don't know if it's to do with the fact that the commercial is continuing upgrading, but then so is our residential. So more and more people move in. I feel like we had a wave of like death for industrial because then all the trucks come in. They're handling it fine, but I can feel some serious complaints coming very soon. The industrial has been hit by, again, that not enough buyers for products, which it comes and goes, I've noticed. I think that's the biggest kind of complaint we've had from not being able to exit is the industrial area complains about there's not enough buyers, which is understandable. But if they could export it, it would be so much better. Now, traffic is abysmal. It really is. It is freaking abysmal right now. Our public transport, we're doing 613 residents a week on the buses alone, which is pretty cool. Now, I could drop a subway line in right down the middle, but that would kill off the buses. But at the same time, does it matter? So I want to see what happens if I make it even more defined about where they can choose to go right now. So if I drop this one just there, and then this one just there, and then connect all this up. I've got Anarchy on as well, so I think it's like merged through some of the buildings, which is no, it's okay. So I wonder how that then changes things. To be honest, I wonder how it changes things with trying to get to areas. Will it slow down the amount of traffic because now it's even more accessible to get to where they need to get to? It feels like also at the same time nobody wants to use my subway line. Why does nobody want to use my subway line? Is it because again at that point it's very, very walkable? No, Seniac, it's because you haven't created a freaking line. I'm just standing there, I'm looking at it thinking, why is nobody wanting to use it? And I'm like, because nobody can use it at the moment. Idiot, Seniac, you freaking idiot right now. Right, okay. Now they're using it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if it dies down on the traffic situation. But look at the industrial area. It just does not like it one bit. There is constant upgrades still ticking along. Are they their maximum? So I could drop in a little bit more what's the job situation like? Population 38. Okay, so it could be doing with some more commercial around the edges. What's also interesting as well is the tourism section of it. We've got 5 weekly visits with tourists, and that's another thing as well. Tourists can come in, but they themselves can't exit, which is even more weirdly interesting. Right, we've got now high density commercial, which we can drop down. So that should provide a couple more extra jobs here and there. So start to bulk it up. On the opposite side, we'll place down a little bit of the offices for the highly educated workers. There's some more high density commercial down. That should provide the industrial with more places to sell their goods. So I'm going to say this right now. It kind of works. I don't think there's a need to have or anybody exit the city. Unless, you know, you could also do the stuff like you could export your goods via plane, train, or boat. So if you wanted to build a city that had like industry and stuff like that, like, you know, like the industry's DLC. So I think you'd have to kind of put up with having quite a bit of traffic. But apart from that, there is no reason why you would have an exit route. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't have it full stop anyway, but the city seems to function just fine. We got some complaints over here about citizens are sick. Now, is that because our healthcare is not quite up to scratch? Or is it because they're close to the commercial and they kind of don't like it? Maybe it's a little bit of that. I could place like a bigger hospital down to kind of help them out slightly, see how that kind of goes. But yeah, it weirdly enough, it works. So your boy Marley asked the question. I've answered it. If you can put up, what's this right complaining right now? Not enough workers. Wait, oh my god, hold on. Unemployment's at 42%. So it's not as if there's not enough workers. Well, there probably is. You need more residents in here. I got in this small little area. I got 24,000 people living here. So we're getting the usual kind of issues that you would normally get, but there's nothing different than what you would normally get for not being able to exit the city. So yeah, this has definitely been very, very interesting. Guys, I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.